Hi, this is Bob Ferris, Executive Advocate with Murphy Business, and welcome to the fifth installment of Lean Turnarounds. This is on the ACT phase of the business development process where we will discuss what needs to happen every day from now on. At this point, we're pretty well down the business model alchemy process. We've started learning how to use a business model canvas to draw the business. We've used either design tools from business model generation or reflection tools from business model U to have emergent insights we can then use to revise that model, take it to the world, and then come back and do A pivots or C pivots until we're finally making money. And now we're ready for the B pivots. The B pivots are changes we make over into the resource area, changes we make over in the market area, or back and forth between the resource and market areas without really impacting the value. If we're not impacting the value, why do we bother to do that? Well, if you remember, there are three parts to the emergence of wealth. The third part is scalability. And these are the pivots that we use to grow our business. Now, what exactly is scalability? Scalability is being able to increase revenues while at the same time proportionately decrease the cost per transaction. So that not only do we get more revenues, but it's not costing us the same amount and our profitability is going way up. That sounds really great, but it takes a lot of the business model to do it. In fact, this is a job for our Director of Marketing, Human Resources, and Strategic Alliances, which is probably more than any single individual can be. This is why we've discussed business model generation starts their process with mobilizing a team so that you have the talent you're going to need at the end of the process. In the case of business model U, we have to start with you. We don't have a choice. That's all there is. But now that we've gotten somewhere and we're over at the ACT stage, we can pick this up and we can begin to, if you will, mobilize partners. So let's talk about the kind of key partners we might be looking for, which in effect are the B pivots. One kind would be key resource key partners. For example, getting a job, finding an employer is a great resource. It provides all the other things that you're going to need. And if your employer views you as a key partner who understands the employer's value creation, your career is going to go along much more smoothly than if you're just a widget key resource. Now, the problem with the job is that your autonomy is going to be limited. So some people would prefer to buy their own job, own their own job, have their own business, or franchise. Now, the reason I have franchise down here is because it's going to illustrate the importance of key partnership. Right? These are statistics from the U.S. Department of Commerce on the success rate of independent and franchise businesses. The red bars are independent businesses. So at the end of the first year, 62% of the independent businesses that were started are still around. And that declines until the 10th year, 18% of them are still around. Now, if we look back at franchise businesses, which are the blue bars, at the end of the first year, 97% of them are still around. By the end of year 10, 90% of them are still around. Okay? This is what having the right key partner does for you. It is absolutely essential. Now, key partners may also help you with key activities. It's been said at some point, if you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant. So that may come in the form of staff that's employed or contracted. It also could come in the form of working with an IT key partner who can provide automation. Now, there are very interesting cross-model key partners where the key partners go all the way over into the market side and they help you by becoming networking partners. They also can team up with you to co-provide value as a team. But perhaps the most interesting one is here. Now, I put the term net promoter because that's something you can look up in Google and learn a lot more about. What if we looked to our customer to be a key partner? Now, the idea of net promoter is to ask your customer, would you refer me to somebody else? Those that would are the key promoters, right? And those that are continuously engaged with you after the transaction, after the value is provided, after the revenue has been received, are those that will be able to promote you over time. And as you have more and more customers building up and promoting you, okay, you're going to be able to scale very, very successfully. So to take a step back, after we're done developing our revised, our reinvented process, we are going to have to break our forward motion into two key activities. The first one is search, okay, which according to the Lean people is a group of people dedicated to customer discovery and validation. And then after their success, that group may actually be completely replaced by another one that are involved in the execution, the growth, and scalability of the business. If you're an individual, you're not a group at all, okay, somewhere we're going to have to find some extra talent and we're going to have to do partner discovery. That lets us look at key partners in a personal business model very differently than we look at key partners in an organizational model. In an organizational model, if we don't own or do something, we get it from a key partner. If that's a good thing to do, we can insource or outsource, it really doesn't matter. Personal business models are resource constrained. You cannot own and or do it all. I believe every personal business model needs key partners. And the very best key partners also give you feedback. Remember those feedback tools that we looked at earlier and how valuable they were? Okay, your partners can give you that on a continuous basis. So how do you go about discovering great key partners? We're going to give you a tool. Take a sticky note and write this on it and put it at your work area. What am I going to do today to make myself a better partner? To find great partners, the first thing you must do is to be a great partner. Okay, each day, consider this question. What can I do? Who can I contact? How do I relate to somebody so that I become a better partner to them and do not exclude thinking about your customers as you're doing this? And there's a second tip here. Remember, the better the feedback, the better partner you are. So as you think about how you can contribute to the people in your life, all right, you can become a better partner, and as you become a better partner, you attract better partners. Now the question becomes, can you do this? Well, we're going to find out in about 5 minutes because I'm going to give you an example of how Net Promoter works. You've been my customer during these presentations. So I'm going to ask you right now, would you recommend these to somebody else? YouTube is social media. There are comment sections on all 5 videos. All right, plenty of place for you to put down an answer. You can just simply say, yes, I would, no, I wouldn't, or if you wanted to, you could expand on that. But within the next few minutes, you can become a better partner by providing me with some feedback. So tomorrow, when you wake up and you look at this question, what am I going to do today to make myself a better partner? You're already experienced at being a better partner, right? And you're going to take that with all the other tools that we've developed here and go forward to success.